Hey yo, what's good? It's your boy BadBodyNotSoFit. Good morning. I'm just eating this right now. But, we're gonna do a shout out today and we're gonna talk about some topics. That's just in my opinion though. I don't want y'all to be like, was he a therapist? No, just my opinion. But we're gonna wait a little bit. Some more people are gonna drop in. I'm tearing this thing up. I do want to park somewhere else though. It's a beautiful view, but it's Saturday. And what do people like to do on Saturday? They like to do what I'm doing. Looking at the water. Even though I do it almost every day. But that's what people like to do here. Because we're surrounded by water. And it is beautiful. Especially when you got land on the other side. It's really nice. So I completely understand. Mm. Mm-hmm. I'll turn it around so y'all can see what I see. Mm-hmm. Mm. But yeah, I want to do a shout out. Hey, because tomorrow and definitely later on today, I'm going to be busy. Just like I said, I'm going to wait for a little bit of people to show up. That'll give me enough time to sculpt this down. And then we can start talking about the title and do a shout out. I'm going to do the shout out first, though. Because knowing me, I'll forget right away. But look at this. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Oh, hold on. Just 1 minute. All right. My fault. I just had to handle that phone call. Mm, mm. My fault about that. Just had an important phone call. But now, we're back to the live. Just like I said, I'm waiting for a little bit more people to pop in. And then we're going to talk about the topic. And therefore, this woman dropped her purse. So this is what I'm going to do. I don't know where she's at. And I'm not going to be near it if something were to happen. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to drive off. I wish I knew where she was. But you don't want to be in a situation. Y'all think I'm lying. Look, I'm finna record it too. Look. This person literally left. Dropped their purse. I don't know where they are. Hold on. Why isn't it working? Come on, rotate. Look at that. See that? She dropped her purse. How do you do that? But I don't know where she is, and in certain places, you don't want to be caught with nobody's stuff. I don't care if it was like a wallet and we were in a store, or a wallet in general. I will try to track the person, but a purse, I don't know. I feel when it comes to women's items and stuff, they could be kind of, and then, if they are missing something, you were the last person to grab it. Even though it was in your heart to try to find the person so they could, get their stuff, they'll blame you. And I'm sorry. That's sad to do a good deed, because they're afraid if they do it, they'll be accused of something. And I could have easily just waited there and, but just like I said, if it was a wallet, that's one thing. If it's a woman's purse, though, because they'll be the first one to scream, "Oh my God, oh my purse!" I'm like, nope. Sorry. Orlando, what's good, man? No problem. No problem at all. I'm gonna talk about the topic soon and give a shout out to Karl, but I really want to eat this first because I hate trying to talk and eat at the same time. So, oh man, why did they do that? They cutting off all the parking spots here. Like, why? But no problem, Orlando. I got you. Alright. As I said, we're not going to be chatting yet. We will, though. I'm almost done with this. Yo, why are people calling me on the weekend when I'm doing a visual live? What's good? Hold on. I'm doing a visual live and people are hitting me up. I do not like that. People are calling me. Oh, I just stopped the car. because I'm ready to talk about my topics now. So first off, all right, 12 minutes in. First off, I just want to give a shout out to Karl. It's Karl Rock, right? Karl, I know your birthday's tomorrow, but I might be too busy tomorrow. Maybe I'll just make a short video, but I wanted to give you a shout out on this live. So Karl, happy birthday to you. I know your birthday's tomorrow. For some reason, I thought it was today. Or maybe you wanted me to give you a shout out today. So I just want to say happy birthday to you. Q, no problem with the mod. But happy birthday. I don't know how old you are. You definitely look way younger than me. People online say that you're the better version of me. Some people say you're the better looking version, the better version in general. It's all good. I'm just happy to see a brother that's better in general, so it's all good. But happy birthday to you, and I'm proud of you. Stay strong, stay disciplined. You know, try not to get your head too caught up. You feel me? But I love the transparency that you give on your page. Would I necessarily be that transparent? I like to keep it real, but you can also keep it real and not expose too much. You know what I'm saying? So I give you credit when credit's due. You like to elaborate and be transparent 100%. And I know that's why people are fond of you. And that's why I know people are attracted to you. But other than that, you know, and just like I said, I do agree with people. They say that, you know, you're the good body, you look better, you're younger, everything. They just say everything about Karl is just 100% better. And I agree with them. I agree. I'm at that age where I'm like, you know what? Whatever people got to say, that's what they got to say, you know. But I just like I said, I'm just happy that, you know, especially a young brother, you know, they say that he's better, he does this or he's that. I love it. I love it. Because we want the young, we want the youth to be better. Because y'all the future. But other than that, happy birthday, Karl, again. That was my little shout out. I may make a video more in depth on it. But let me go ahead and get on the topic on why, another reason why I'm doing this live. And, okay. 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 So the reason why I want to start this live, because there's a lot of things on YouTube. This is a part of life in general, what I'm about to say. It doesn't have to apply to YouTube. The only reason why I use YouTube as an example is because YouTube holds so much information. There's so much stuff that's discussed on YouTube. Therefore, it's easier to reference. So a lot of y'all have expectations. We all do. Every single one of us. Some of us have unrealistic expectations, and some of us have realistic expectations. Some of us, we demand something, like we're old, and some of us know that the world doesn't owe us. We actually have to put in the work. And even if we do put in the work, we may not get nothing in return. So some of us are logically sound like that. Some of us really have to get the clue, get the message, and understand that life doesn't revolve around you. You know, therefore, nothing is owed to you. Nothing doesn't have to pay you back. Nothing doesn't have to do anything for you. Yes, would it be nice? Of course. But that's not the world that we live in. So the reason why I want to talk about this today is because, like myself, there's certain things that you expect. Just like I said, some of it, if not most of it, is not unrealistic. It's very realistic. But some of y'all, when it comes to work, relationship, family, I said job already, right? Or even yourself, some of y'all have expectations, which they're pretty much legit. But just like I said, the world doesn't have to do anything for you. Not even the person that you're with. You know, nobody doesn't have to do anything for you. No matter what you do for them, no matter how much you do for them, they don't have to reciprocate that. Is it messed up? Yeah, but that's just reality. And the reason why I say this is because a lot of y'all feel like you guys are stuck. Now, if you feel stuck, it's because you probably feel like you have a lot to lose, you know, or you can't afford to make a decision right now. Which everybody understands that. I know there's plenty of you that you guys work somewhere and you guys just want to leave because it's not right for you, or you just want better. You have expectations, they weren't met, so you want to go. You want to leave the job. But some of y'all feel like y'all can't afford to, you know. Some of those decisions that you guys make are legit. Some of it's based off fear, though. So if it's based off fear, which that's common when it comes to, you know, working somewhere, keeping a roof over your head, and you just want to just bounce. But sometimes fear could lead you back from great opportunity, or it could keep you from just being sane, from just making the right decision, even though it looks mad, risky, and terrible to do at the time. Am I trying to say be loose with it, be reckless with what you think and what you do with your life? When it comes to expectations and you decide that you're just going to be done with it? No, I'm not trying to tell you to be like that. But if you got all your ducks in a row, right? And you got a plan, and even if your plan isn't solid, but it's solid enough and you're confident enough that you'll be okay for a little bit, go ahead and do it. Because I guarantee every single one of us, when we get old, like older, don't even try me, because y'all like bad body. You already old, so what you talking about? I'm talking older than me. You guys will say something like this, most of y'all at least. Oh, I should have done this, but I let fear and insecurities hold me back on something. There's going to be a situation that's going to happen like that, and you're going to be older, and you're going to be like, I wish I would have did this, or I wish I would have stumbled across that. But, you know, just like I said, sometimes expectations, you know, when you have expectations, they can either cripple you, or they're legit and you can make something out of it. So when it comes to people, right? Just like I said, some of y'all, nobody's not stuck in a situation. I'm just going to throw that out right there. The only reason why you feel stuck is because you want the decision to be easier for you. That's what's making you feel stuck, because yourself. But in all reality, no one is stuck in a situation. Real talk. You're either going to be in a crappier situation or a better one, or it's going to be the same but a little bit different. Oh, what's good, Sheik and Techie, and Santa? But no one's not truly stuck in any situation. And I have to emphasize and throw that on there, because there's a lot of y'all that it's either work or the person you're with, and your expectations are so legit. Like, they're legit. They're easy to do. They're easy to expect, but it still doesn't happen. And what makes you feel stuck is because you're weighing the outcome of, if you were to dismiss the situation, the person, the job, what will happen? So that's what's making you feel stuck, because it's your thinking process. So you're either letting fear, negativity, confidence, self-esteem, that's what's making you feel trapped. Now, for some of us, if you're in a situation that, now, no situation is 100% fair. There's no such thing. No such thing. Because if there was such thing as perfect fairness, then that means that we believe in perfection. There's no such thing. So some of us, we're living in a 40-50 or 60-40 world, but you got to pick your battles, right? Just like I said, there's no such thing as perfect anything. Perfect fairness, perfect life, perfect wife, perfect husband, whatever. There ain't no such thing. So sometimes we got to pick our battles and be like, okay, all right, I'm just going to work with this, even though it's not, I don't feel it's ideal for me, but I could work with it. I could adapt to it. But there's some situations where, like, there's just certain things that you morally can't get it from anything else or someone else and stuff, but you decide to stay, and it's your mindset that's making you feel trapped. But you need to find a way to be okay with your decision, be okay at the fact that you're either staying or leaving. And don't think about so much what you're going to gain and what you're going to lose. Think about how you feel right now. When you make a decision, right? Especially if it's people-based. I'm going to get with the work part later. But, I just made a heart. Look at that. But if it's people-based, think about how you feel right now. Don't base your decision off right now, though, because sometimes some of y'all get emotional, right? And y'all base y'all decisions right at the moment, and it ends up being the most terriblest decision that you can ever make. But the reason why I say, but think about how you feel right now, because a lot of the things that you're feeling, if they're legit, it could have been a buildup from years of something that's constantly happening over and over again. And if you try, and if you truly believe that the other person tried, don't think about what the person didn't do. Always look at the other person, especially if you repeatedly spoke to them about something, and have that attitude, are they trying? And if you feel that they're trying, they'll tell you that they're trying, and it's still like crumbling between the cracks really bad, like awfully bad. And some people, they're just straight up honest with you. They'll just say, I tried, but I don't like it, this, that, and the third, blah, 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 blah. If they're being straight up with you and you decide to stay around, that's on you. That's not on them. That's on you. It's the same thing with a job. A job will tell you requirements. They'll tell you how it is. Sometimes they'll even let you know about certain people at the job and how they are. If you take the job with the pay, with the certain requirements that they're expecting of you, like, what you're going to be doing, and you decide to take that job, that's on you. A lot of things in life is based on us. What's up, Bristol? A lot of things in life is based on us. So if you're going through something crappy right now, and it probably stemmed from the first decision that you made with that person a long time ago, even with all the red flags that you saw. And if it was with a job, and if you're pissed at that job, it probably stemmed from when you listened to your boss say, oh, this is what's going to happen. This is what's required of you. So it's your fault. A lot of things are our fault, and we expect something, but we didn't expect that from them from the beginning, right? So this is what I'm trying to get y'all to think. A lot of expectations that people have, you didn't have that same expectation in the beginning. Because if you did, it was very lighthearted, and you either thought that you could change the person or change the situation, or you thought that maybe you could just handle it, because we always think that we're greater than what we are. We do. Everybody thinks that they're greater than what they are. People think that they're the exception. They think that they could go in somebody's life, right? Be a part of somebody's life, and they'll change for them. For the most part, that's not going to happen. you know. And if that person does change, it's because you didn't know them long enough to see that that's just who they are. You know, it's the same thing with a job. The only difference between a job and a person, for the most part, a job, it is what it is, but you still took it no matter the pay, no matter what they said, what hours you're going to work, you just took it anyway. And then you expect them to change things for you. Just like I said, it'll be nice if they change for you, like a schedule or accommodations and stuff. But you took the job, you know. And then when it comes with people, yeah, there's people that bait and switch. But let's be real. There's a lot of us that we choose the friends, the relationship, you know, certain co-workers that we want to hang around and be around. But just like I said, you see the signs, and if you don't take the proper steps to get to know someone. And that's why I love work when it comes to certain things, like that 90-day rule where they have to see how you work, how you perform to see if you're suited enough for the job or if you're suited enough for that position. Gisela, what's up? Oh, I thought that I already mod you. Unless it was another profile of yours. Awesome. But just to let y'all know Karl's birthday is tomorrow, Karl Rock. But anyway, back to the topic. So a lot of y'all, you guys know, like we're taught basic stuff even when we were kids, to be patient, to analyze the situation. Don't be quick to speak, you know, don't be quick to accept something. Don't take anything from strangers, but yet we do that to ourselves when we get older. We do the complete opposite from what we're told. So if you're with somebody and you're upset, yes, there's some people that they get caught up in the bait and switch. But a lot of us, we see the signs or we don't take the time to know the person. And then we want to blame them. No, they're just being themselves. It's us that we have to blame. So the next time you get pissed off with somebody, it's probably your fault. It's probably not your fault in that initial moment, but based off your decision with them in the beginning, when you first met them, it is your fault because you chose the person. You didn't take the time to get to know them. And just like I said, this could be a friend or a friend that you thought that you had, or it could be someone that you're in a relationship with, but you didn't take the time to know them, or you did see the red flags. But just like I said, everybody in life want to think of themselves as being better than what they really are, right? That's just all of us. Most of us are like that. We want to think that we are the exception. We think that we're the exception, that this person's going to change. And some of y'all are with people that went through the market, if you know what I'm saying. Like, some of y'all been through men and women that been through the market, the meat market. Come on now, we adults, you know what I'm talking about. And you think that you're the exception. You think that you are going to change them. You think that your milkshake is better than everybody else, or your drumstick. But let me tell you something. No, you're not the exception. Some of y'all may be, but a lot of us are not. A lot of us are not. And some of y'all think that you are. You're great. I believe everyone's great in their own right. But if there's red flags and you're ignoring them because you think that you're like the ultimate exception, and you're vetting them in a way that is not moral, and then in the future later on, you get upset when your expectations aren't met, that's on you. That's on me. That's on you. That's on everybody else. And I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. Sometimes we do things for people, and when it comes to work, friends, relationships, sometimes we do things for so long, and you will hope that they get the clue, that they get it, that they're like, okay, this person's legit. They've been doing for us for so long. They've been patient. Let me just change or just give. But let me tell you something. There's givers and takers in this world. Now, there's some people that they're givers, but they're selective givers. They won't just give everything, because you're not supposed to give everything. But certain things that they keep from you is what they will give to everyone else. And that's the sad reality, especially when you know their history, especially when you see these people do things for others and you're basically left with nothing. Now, it may not be completely nothing. Just like I said, you can have a friend that basically you can have a friend that does for you, right? Like, they'll pick you up to take you to your job, or they'll once in a while give you money, but they never hang out with you. They never hang out with you. So sometimes you just got to take what you could get. Sometimes you just got to take what you could get. But if it's not enough and it's making you want to do wrong, you have to leave that person, because that person is not going to change. They're going to be them, and you're going to be you. There's nothing wrong with someone having expectations. There's nothing wrong with someone having, what's that word? Preference. There's nothing wrong with that. Happy Veterans Day, bus stop. There's nothing wrong with someone having preference, but just like I said, if you think that you're going to be the special exception in someone's life, I'm sorry, you're wrong. Now, I don't know if people believe this or not. I know, I guess, depending on the gender, it may be a little bit easier for some people. But if it's easy for you, then I'm not really talking about y'all. I'm really talking about the people that they really put in their elbows, their blood and sweat. They give it their all, not what they want to, literally everything when it comes to working hard, cleaning, sex, intimacy, just doing the things that the other person likes in general. I'm talking about it all. And yet you don't get that. I'm sorry. You're not the exception. You never were. You just ended up falling for the game, knowing that was the game, but you just thought you were the exception. You thought that they would change, and now you're stuck in the. Just like I said, no one's not truly stuck in the situation. If you feel stuck, it's because you're weighing the odds of what will happen if you leave or if you stay. That's what's making you feel stuck. But no one's not truly stuck. No one. You can leave a job when you want. You can leave somebody when you want, whether they're family, friends, relationship. You can do that at any time. But the reason why you feel stuck, because you're weighing the odds. That's what's making you feel that way. So when you're pissed off and you're angry for no reason, and you know and usually it's because you're stuck in a situation. You feel that you're stuck, but you're not stuck. Just like I said, you're stuck because you're weighing the options, and it's taking you forever to realize what you want to do. Tribone, hello. By the way, thank you for saying hello to everyone. So now, what do you do? In my opinion, when you're in this situation, everything in life should be weighed. Everything. You should count what you will lose and what you will gain, because you will have a better expectation, a better perspective of things. You will be more logically sound. So if you're weighing something, these are the weights, my hands. And let's just say what you expect should be something that should be guaranteed given. Probably not every single day, not every single hour, probably not even every single week, but it should be given. It should just be given. And you shouldn't have to, it shouldn't be a surprise to you, basically, what should be given, right? Now, if that's way low, then, and if you truly want that in your life, The reason why you're still staying along with that job or that person is because there's another weight with another set of things that you feel if you were just to let go, then you will lose it all. You will definitely just lose it all. But let me tell you something. If you're miserable and you being miserable is having you do bad things, then and if you talk to the person or a job, whatever it may be, because it can happen at work too. Your performance could decline. Like you can stop working as hard, but we're talking about work and people. You know, if you talk to the person and nothing's not changing, it's better to leave. Because just like I said, it's not their fault. It's not the job's fault. It's not the person's fault. It's your fault. So even though the person could be doing wrong, you know, you knew that from the jump. That's what I'm trying to say. You knew that from the jump. So you can't blame them. You know, you got to decide to do something, man or lady. You can't just be miserable because to them, they're just living their life. They got what they want. You know, for the most part, they got what they want. More than you. They got more than you. And you just went for it. You went for it. You know, so you really, 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 really need to stop blaming other people. Stop blaming your job. Stop blaming friends for them being who they are. I don't care how much you do for them. They don't have to do for you. They don't have to reciprocate nothing. They really don't. That's basically what I'm trying to say. It's like you guys get that and know that, but do you guys digest it? Do you guys accept it? You know, because you are not the exception. I'm not the exception. Unless you're a baby or a cat or a dog, you know, then maybe. You know, but you're not the exception. So stop trying to pretend that you are. Some of you guys are, and for y'all, you guys are lucky. And that's probably because you guys truly did something right. You guys took the proper steps. You guys got to get to know the job, the person. You guys actually didn't just go for the first thing you guys saw or see. So you did right by yourself. Congratulations. Some of y'all did all those steps and something bad because people change like the wind, right? You think that you know them, and then next thing you know, it's like, damn. But I'm not talking about those extreme cases. I'm talking about if you actually took the time to get to know the job or the person that you're about to engage in, you know, yeah, usually the right thing will happen in your life. You'll have struggles, you'll have some bad times, but you guys will get through it. And you guys won't be so bitter getting through it with each other. It won't feel like a burden. It won't feel like this, oh, we have to, or we have to make it work. Yes, in life you have to make things work, but it won't feel like a job when it comes to people. Because some people, they get with somebody and they're like coworkers or roommates. Sometimes they don't even like each other, but they just have to make it work. Yeah, those relationships may last forever, but it's like that saying. It's funny. I heard this on a comedy show. The dude was like, you know, we were married for 15 years. No, they said they were married for 50 years, but they should have been divorced, like 30 years ago or something like that. It was funny, but you know, that's how some of you guys are living, right? That's just how some of you guys are living. And is that a bad thing? It can be. And some of y'all learn to adapt. Some of y'all learn to when you guys realize that, you know, it's not so much a mistake, but you just realize that you're not the exception. Some of y'all learn to adapt and deal with it. Deal with the job, deal with the person. Some of y'all end up staying miserable. And some of y'all find ways to build your own happiness. Sometimes it's positive, sometimes really negative. Hopefully it's positive. Hopefully if your expectations aren't being met, you found something positive to balance the weight, the scale, like we mentioned. So for me, I love exercising. And you can't just love exercising. You have to find a good meaning on why you're doing it. And it has to be realistic. And it has to meet expectations, because even that could fall through the cracks. So I love exercising. Um, I love medical stuff, rehabilitation, medicine, and stuff like that. The body. I love that stuff. So I read up on that stuff. You know, I love people. I love helping people. So usually when people need help, and it depends on the help, right? Just like I said, because in relationships, sometimes people do a lot, but it depends. Because there's always that one thing that could be easy to do, but they just don't want to do it for you. They did it for everyone that they know or their past, or they'll give out their energy for people in their present, but that one thing for you, they're like, hell no. So, so, but like I said, you just have to find what makes you happy or what's keeping you grounded so you can live on if you decide to stay at something that you feel isn't that great for you. You have to do something in your life to make you feel grounded to that person or to that job. And maybe sooner or later, you will grow more fond of that person or that job. But you don't want to be fond of something because you're getting older. That's the sucky part, because there's some of y'all that you guys will tolerate something, but the older you get, the person or the job that you somewhat didn't like, now you guys appreciate it, because when you get older, you slow down and certain things we just stop wanting. And you don't want to appreciate something then because you're old. You know, if something new comes in your life and you're old and it's okay, then that's different than you being around something and you were upset and miserable about it. But now that you're old, it's like it doesn't matter anymore. Because you may not care about it anymore, but you will still be a bitter person because of it. Because it will shape who you are when you're older. And there's a lot of older people that they stop caring about certain things, and they will preach it too. Oh, I don't care about that stuff anymore. But since they never got it, or not even 60% of it, they become bitter. And then they wonder why they're bitter. They blame it on everything else, but really it stemmed back from a decision that they made in their 20s. So basically, anytime when you're really pissed about something, and, and you're really pissed off, and usually you don't get pissed off about a certain situation, sometimes it stems back from trauma or something that happened years prior to today. And then you realize, dang, the reason why I'm pissed is not so much because of this incident. It's just something that happened then is leading to me being triggered right now. You know, because there's sometimes I'll get really upset over something that I normally wouldn't get upset about for years. But just like I said, when you deal with something for so long, you know, yeah, your tolerance ends up shrinking little by little. And then you go from, oh, it's all good, to now you're getting pissed about it all the time. But as long as you know why it pisses you off, and not so much the situation, but why certain things that never did piss you off is starting to now, you have to really dig deep. You have to go back to the past, because that's where it all came from. The strongest people that you knew when you were younger, if you see them bitter, upset, grumpy, always isolating themselves later on in life, it's not your fault probably. It's because of the decisions that they made. And now they're pissed. They're hurt people. They're pissed because they were patient. the most patient people that you ever come across at a young age, if their expectations aren't met years later, trust me, they're going to be one of the most bitterest people that you ever met. And you're probably going to be thinking, wow, they were so nice and stuff. It's like because they were that thin piece of wood that was holding a whole bunch of bricks in hopes that someone will relieve them of holding those bricks. Now they finally snapped, you know. And that's why when with things in my life, I have to keep on reminding myself, like, okay, I chose this, I did this, I did that, and there's a reason why I'm staying, and I have to be okay with why I'm doing it. And if I'm not okay, I need to change it, or I need to just stop talking about it. Because it's not fair to the other person that's listening, you know. Yes, there's nothing wrong with having finding a confidant to talk to, but if that confidant is giving you wise and good information, stop repeating yourself. Because some of y'all just, I'm getting pissed off right now. Some of y'all will ask for help when the house already burnt down. Y'all don't ask for help when it's smoking. You guys want the help when the house is already burning down, you know? And board, Richard, thank you. And board, no, I'm just having a real conversation. That's why I like talking on YouTube. But my fault. But I'm not mad. I'm not mad. Do I get mad? Yes, but I try not to do that on YouTube because I think that that's kind of weird. If someone gets too pissed on YouTube, I'd be like, nah, you gotta get a therapist, man. But yeah, I get really upset when people when they want help, right? But they only want to get it when their house is burnt down. Not literally their house is burning down, but their house burns down. Like for example, if I know something is brewing in my life, I'm gonna attack it right away. And if I can't do it alone, I'm not gonna wait until the damage is so catastrophic that I can't deal with it, you know? So I'm not gonna wait till my house burns down. The moment I hear an alarm or something is smoking, or if I smell something, I'm gonna get the help that I need. But when you wait till the house burns down, right? Or when it's burning up, the damage is already done. And even if you get people to help you, you need specialists now. Not normal people can help you at this point. Your friends or your family can't help you. Now you got to call the specialist, which is either a therapist, but since I'm using metaphor, it'll be the fire people to basically use their water hose to bring down the fire and make it go away. But guess what? Your house is damaged beyond repair. So now what? You can't blame other people. You got to blame yourself. It's your fault. And a lot of people, they know the situation, they hear the fire alarm, they smell the smoke, they see the smoke, and guess what? They still don't do nothing about it. Now the house is burning up, and now they want to yell, help, help, help. I'm like this, shut up. It's too late. None of us can help you now. None of us can help you now. I live next door to you. I saw you leave. Macy, what's good? But a lot of people, you know what? She probably is my neighbor because I know a lot of people on YouTube, and all you have to do is swipe. So you probably are my neighbor. That would be funny. Just kidding. Hey, it can happen, right? But yeah, people, they want to wait till their house burns down, and it's just ridiculous. But like I said before in the beginning of all this, if you're pissed off right now about something, and it's something that probably stemmed for a long time, stop blaming others. It's your fault. We are the reason why we're at a job that we are at today. We are the reason why we're with someone that we're choosing to be around today, whether they're friend, family, spouse, girlfriend, or boyfriend. We are the reason. And if you feel stuck, it's because you're weighing the option of what'll happen if you left or you stay. And that's what's making you stuck in your own head. It's your fault. It's my fault. It's your fault. It's everybody's fault. And you are not the exception. I get it. You want to think that you're great. You are great in your own right. But if you think that you're so great that you can choose anybody that you want and have them change for you, let me tell you something. Unless you have something that they absolutely need and they absolutely adore you, not like you adore you, like they see you and be like, holy shit. Like, I want this. I want to take care of it. I want to rub it. I want to do whatever it takes. Then you got it. But if they're only in your life, and you'll never know, some of these people, they keep it under wraps. You will never know why they're around you, why they're with you. But if their initial reason on why they're with you is because of insecurity, and insecurity doesn't have to be looks. It could be finance. You know, they're not secure that they can hold down a job much longer, or they just want to stop working. It could be for any reason, but those reasons aren't moral, and you think that you're the exception because you got money or something like that, and you think they're going to change. Let me tell you something. They will play the game with you for a long time. And we're all adults, and hopefully we're all adults on this channel. These people will give you sex. These people will say yes to you all the time. These people will basically do whatever you ask them to do. They will travel long distance to get to you. The moment they get that security from you, though, don't be surprised if a lot of the stuff that they gave you stop. And usually men and women do this now, so I'm not picking gender. Men and women do this, and usually when this happens, it happens right after they lock down the relationship. And and the funny thing is, this is the funny part. This is the funny part. And mind you, you know, before they and this happens with a lot of religious folks. I'm not throwing shade on you. I'm just stating facts. This happened with a lot of religious people. They'll do it up. They'll do it up with you, man. They will give you the best you know what. But the moment y'all get married, it's like the things that they should have done before they got with you, now they want to do it. So just like I said, sex could be one of the things that they get you with. And now that you guys are married, you ain't getting it no more. Now, for women and men that are going through this, I feel really bad for y'all. Because there's actually a girl that I know of that's going through this. And in my opinion, most men always want it. So if he doesn't want it from you, then there's something completely wrong. But I do hear that a lot of men, when I went to men's groups and stuff like that in the past, are going through this. And I'm like, damn it, how old are you? You're like 50 or 60 years old or 70, and you're going through that? Oh, so this is why I say a lot of times we see the red flags. We hear the alarm. We see the smoke, but we just ignore them. And it's not their fault. They're just being them. They're just playing their game. Whether they're doing it deliberately or not, they're doing them. Just like a job does them. A job is not going to change for you, you know. And you guys think that the moment you get hired, even when they told you to schedule, you're going to work first shift, and you're going to do this, you're going to do that. You guys think they're going to change for you. Now, just like I said, I'm not throwing shade at my job, because my job has actually always accommodated me. But not everybody gets it like that. I've been to jobs prior to the one that I'm at right now, or actually a little bit before then, because the job before that was pretty cool too. But it was tough for me to get compensated for stuff, like to get assistance so someone could understand my situation, you know. But most of you guys are living that life right now. You guys are at jobs where they told you what they expect from you, and you thought that you were the exception that they will do for you. Nope. Nobody's the exception. Most of us have to play by the rules, but we are not the exception. Most of us anyway. And a lot of y'all need to stop thinking that you are. And I think that's what will help you in the future. If you get out your own head and say, you know, I'm myself and I'm not the exception. These people don't have to change for me. These people don't have to do for me. And the people that are in a situation right now, you feel stuck, stop. Just stop blaming others on why you're stuck. Because just like I said, if you think back, way back, you'll realize that you're the reason why you're stuck. It was based off a decision that you probably should have said no to, or you should have set boundaries on how things should have been a long time ago. But you long since forgotten why you walked down this path, and therefore you blame other people where it was really you. It was really me. It was really you. To get out your own. My mom's in the. Oh, I'm sorry, RC. I'm sorry. Hey, Macy, it's all good. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm really sorry. Hopefully she makes a speedy recovery and that she's okay. But I do apologize if I haven't modded y'all right away. It's because, you know, you know how it is when some people talk. They talk and then I'm driving right now. So, but tell them if I go to the store get some chicken. I'm stereotyping right now, black, and I want some chicken. I'm gonna get some chicken. But good. That's what we want to hear. You know, I hope that she's okay. You know. But yeah, just like I said, I get it. You know, we want people to reciprocate, you know, what we do for them. Probably do a lot of things for you, but they do everything else for you. So some of y'all find ways to live like that. You guys have the attitude, you know what? I don't get this main particular thing, but they do a lot for me. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be where I am today when it comes to other stuff. But that's the people that think like that is because they already weighed out their options. They already weighed out, basically, if I were to walk away, what would I lose? And if I were to stay, what would I gain? And usually people like that, they still have hopes that they get that one thing that they do desire. And usually the one thing that you desire isn't a lot. It has nothing to do with money. It has nothing to do with looks. It just requires that person, literally that person. But they will not give it to you whatsoever. They won't give it to you, whether it's time to watch a movie. It could be sex. It could be talking. It could be talking, just regular talking. Because some relationships, some of y'all work good as like co-workers, basically. But when it comes to just talking, just having a normal conversation that has nothing to do with problems or issues, you guys can't function for nothing. And I've seen relationships like that where people, they were so good at keeping their house together. They were good at problem solving. But when it came to just talking about like lighthearted stuff, like stuff to make them laugh, or like a vacation, going on vacation and talking about how fun it was and with their kids and what they ate, where they went, they cannot do that for nothing. They just can't. They just cannot. Because what ends up happening is it becomes very combative between the two. So that is really, really sad. Where you can have two people, when they're together, they're unstoppable in mostly every single situation. But when you tell them just to be people for 1 second, not co-workers, not partners for stability, but just be people to talk, laugh, enjoy each other's company, have sex, do whatever, they cannot do that. They just cannot do that at all. They literally can't. And You know, but some people, just like I said, they're good at functioning like that, and maybe that's how they want to rock their life. I'm not talking about y'all, though. I'm not talking about people that you guys are fine with that. Love what you are doing, my man. Keep it up, and God bless. Oh, thanks, Richard, man. I appreciate it. But just like I said, it's sad when I see older men go through this, because and I don't think these men are pathetic. Now, years ago, I would have said these men are pathetic. But now that I'm older myself, you know, they just made a common mistake that most people make, men and women. It's what you do after you made that error. And sometimes not even a mistake, because if it was truly in your heart, even after you see the red flags and you logically made that assessment, then yes, that's on you. But just like I said, your expectations are within reasonings based off your decisions. But, you know, just like I said, I see a lot of older men. And it's sad when I'm starting to see it younger and younger, but I see a lot of older men. And people always say, oh, the older generation was so much better. Y'all, most of us need to stop with that, because not every older generation was in pocket. Not every single person was in pocket years ago. Because if that was the case, I wouldn't be seeing 50-year-olds, 60-year-olds, and 70-year-olds complaining about the things that I'm talking about right now. I would not be hearing it. So why am I hearing it from 50s? I'm hearing it younger too, but we're talking about how people say older was better. How come I'm hearing it from 60s, 70s, and 80-year-olds? Not 80s, what did I say? 50, 60, and 70-year-olds. Because, now don't get me wrong, there was certain things that were better, but there were certain things that were worse too. Like, we can't say one era was completely better when there were certain things that were happening years ago that people like you or me wouldn't be able to survive through. So we can't say, oh, this time was 100% better. No. And just like I said, if that was the case, when I go to some of these men's groups or couples groups, I won't be hearing grown people that are way older than me saying, oh, I've been going through this for years. You know, what I'm talking about right now. So, you know, everybody goes through it. It's not exempt from anybody, whether you're young or old, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. There's some people that you guys are like the people in the Bible. You guys will be in that desert for 40 years before y'all see the promised land. Good for you. But don't get it twisted now. Some of y'all accept things because you guys are getting old as dirt. You know, so you guys accept it because of age, not because of logical reason. You know, you guys just accept it because you guys, it's basically because you guys gave up. You guys are coping. You're coping. And a lot of people cope. RC, if you want to connect with me and sub, that's on you. You could just be a follower of mine. You don't have to sub to me or anything. For the most part, my content is based off fitness and food. And I used to weigh 330 pounds, and I lost a lot of weight. So a lot of people follow me because I'm an older guy, and I lost a lot of weight, and I love exercise. And I don't just do exercise. I actually do a lot of calisthenics and plyometrics too for a big guy. You know, I'm like 6'2", 6'3". I weigh 265 pounds, and I move like I move. Some people say I move better than a younger person with some of the stuff that I do. So that's what keeps most of my subscribers connected to me, because when they see that, they're like, wow. It's very rare where people will connect to me through these lives, because when I do lives, I like to keep it discussion based, so people get to know me versus just them seeing me work out all the time, because you guys see that in my videos. Why am I going to do that on my live all the time? Joe's Foster was timed out by who was Josh Foster? Oh, I don't even know who that was. So Voidus, what happened? What happened with Josh Foster? Was something said? And what's good? I don't even know what was said. Joyce was timed out. Message automatically held for review, hidden by the view. Hold on. Oh, he said your voice is ugly. I do appreciate that, but that's okay. I can't help my voice, you know. That was okay. But thank you though. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's funny. Thank you, by the way, Jillian. But nah, that's okay. If someone just said my voice is ugly, I mean, I'm leaving. By RC, I hope your mother gets better. And if you can, give us an update. Maybe drop a comment in one of my clips and just say, okay, hey, you know, we met the other day and I just wanted to let you know. All right, but I really hope that your mom is good. Yeah, Voidus, we were just talking about, you know, certain situations and stuff and how people basically need to take accountability for their actions and their choices and stuff because, you know, because the older we get, sometimes older people, they're very bitter, but it's based off things that happened to them in their past and the choices that they made. So sometimes they put their frustrations out on people, not really knowing why, and they blame it on others. Like, you ever met an older person, they always said these type of people or this situation, they need to stop because it's always been like this. Now, if you would have known those people in the past, those same individuals had so much tolerance towards lighthearted situations. But it's because they chose to deliberately deal with certain crap from people and from work without changing it, that they grow up blaming other people, not realizing that it was their choices that they made in the past on why they made them the way that they are or why they're dealing with certain people or individuals or work settings. Actually, I will stay and so. Oh, all right, that's what's up. Thank you, I appreciate it. But but yeah, people. I thought I got a message on my phone. But just like I said, I love people, and I really hope that no matter what decisions I make, pray that and hope that I continue to have a rationale. That no matter what I go through, that it was mainly based on me. Now, there's some things that we can't control in life that's out of our control. But most of the things in life that we go through is based on us. It's our fault if we go through something good or bad. You'll be surprised if you actually sat down right now, right? Take a minute, meditate, close your eyes, do what you got to do. If you think about everything, more so when you're an adult, especially the older you are, if there's something that you don't like or that you hate, and it's been happening for a while, don't think about that moment. Think about why you don't like it. And if you know why you don't like it, truly say to yourself, was this something that I knew before stepping into this situation? Or was it something that I completely was blind to? Because a lot of us ignore what we go into. Believe it or not, we ignore it. A lot of things that I go through in life, whether there were good reasonings for doing it or bad, I knew why. And it was within my control. And I try my best to not blame others for it. I absolutely try my best. You're visiting your mom, okay? I know she don't know me, but tell her I'm definitely gonna keep her in prayer and stuff. But a lot of people, you know, we put ourselves in these situations. So next time, just like I said, if you're in a situation and you feel stuck, remember, you're only stuck because you're weighing the options of if you were to stay and deal with it or leave. But technically, that's still on you. And you're the one that's making yourself stuck in that box in your brain, in your head. And if you do stay in the situation, if you do stay knowing that you could have had a choice, because every everything in life is a choice. You're either gonna get a yes or a no. You're either gonna live or die. You're either gonna get rejected or accepted. That's just a part of life. And if you're stuck in the in between, if you're stuck in the in between, it's because you're thinking about it. Your answer's already made, but you're just thinking about how you're gonna go about it now. So when people when you want something for somebody and they're like, let me think about it. Now they're weighing the scales. They're weighing it now. When they think about it, it's the same thing with you. When you're in a situation that you put yourself in, and now you're like sitting there like, I don't like this, and but you're not leaving from it right away because you're weighing it. You're thinking like other people. You're weighing the options. If I were to stay, I know you probably won't be happy, but you'll be content. Or you'll benefit more than you'll lose. But just because you benefit more from something doesn't mean that it's worth it. Because let me tell you something. Someone could do most of the things that you want, but it's that one thing that's making you feel like you're going through hell. So you got to think about not so much of quantity. You got to think of quality. Because you could deal with a job that gives you a lot of, like you get paid a lot. But it could be the crappiest place ever, and it can actually make you lose your license, get into trouble, change who you are, so is it worth it? So it's not so much about weighing, because just like I said, some things in life may tilt way more than the other, but is it worth it? Would you rather have, basically in life, it's like you walk in a desert, but in the desert, you have two options. You got to be the richest person in the world with the richest item in hopes that you get out of this desert, or you can have a bottled water. Which one will you choose? That's how life is. We're in a desert and we're stuck with two options. One of the options is the richest thing in your hand, but you can end up dying in this desert and now it's nothing. You can't get nothing out of it. Or you can have something that will help you survive much longer, but if you use it right, which is probably like let's just say a gallon of water. Yes, something bad can happen to both items. You can lose one, you can lose the other one, but which one would you rather have in the desert? In a hot desert, which one will you have? Which one would you choose? That's like life. In life, we choose to walk in the desert, right? And based off our decisions, we're either going to have the most luxurious thing. You're going to taste these waters today. I love what y'all talking about. Oh, he said, my love, what y'all talking about. So, I'm basically talking about like how people have expectations and how people love to blame others for those expectations when they're not met. So right now I'm explaining how in life it's like a desert, but in the desert, if you're left with two things to weigh and scale, which one are you going to take? The one thing that you have to keep you hydrated in a hot desert, which is a gallon of water, or would you rather have the most precious gem in the whole world that can make you rich? But you're in the desert, though. You're in the desert now, and there's no guarantee that you're going to survive it. But you could survive longer with the water, or you can have the richest thing in your hand in hopes that you get saved so you can cash in and get rich or whatever. Me, on the other hand, I'd rather just take the water. Some people will take their chances with the gem. They're both chances in the desert, but one is essential to life and the other one is not guaranteed because, if you get too dehydrated or you die, that item is worth nothing because you're dead. So, like I said, most people in life, we like to blame other people because our expectations aren't met. But in reality, we saw the red flags when it came to work with people. We just ignored them because we thought we were the exception. We thought that if we were at that job or we were with that person, that they will change for us. But like I said earlier, when it comes to work, employment, they dealt with millions of people. So what makes you think that you're the exception? That you're special? Don't get me wrong. We're all great and special in our own right. But for the most part, when it comes to work, we're replaceable. It's the same thing with people. What makes you think that when it comes to people that you're the exception? What makes you think that? So when these people, whether they're friends, family, or spouse, when they do you wrong, or when they don't meet their expectations within realistic expectations, don't get pissed off at them. You are not the exception. And if we're talking about relationships, most of y'all are with people that been through the meat market. And y'all know what I'm talking about. They went through the meat. They tried breasts. They tried legs, thighs. They tried it all. Beef, chicken, turkey, sausage, patties. They tried it all. And what makes you think that you're the exception? What makes you think that you are the best chicken salad or the best turkey dinner they're going to ever have? Trust me, you are not the exception. Most of us are not the exception when it comes to work and when it comes to people. But yet we blame them when we don't get our way. We want to get pissed when we don't get our way. When we put ourselves in that situation, we saw the red flags. And when it comes to work, the people that hire us, they tell us what shift we're going to work. They tell us how much we're going to get paid. And you still choose it. And yet you get mad later on when things don't when you don't get your way. It's the same thing with people in our life. When you choose a friend and they break your trust, you already knew that they were like that, but you chose them anyway. When it comes to your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your spouse, yes, they probably vetted you in a way that you like, but we know in life, when you want to get something, sometimes you throw a little bit out there. But you took the bait, you got with that person, and now you're pissed when you're like, oh, they gave it to me in the beginning when it came to affection and sex and money and this and that. How come they're not really doing that now? You didn't take the time to know them, though, did you? So yet you want to blame them for what they're doing to you today, when you could have took the necessary steps to get to know the person and the situation that they're in before you got with them. Now, don't get me wrong. Some of y'all, you guys do take the necessary steps for years, and you guys get tricked up. Now, I'm not talking about y'all. I'm talking about the people that say that, oh, we just got together and we only known each other. Even 3 years is a short time. I don't even think that's enough. So when it comes to work, friends, family, people in your life, stop blaming them when it was your fault. That's all I'm trying to say. Take accountability, because it all stems back to the decisions that you made with that or them a long time ago. You already knew the red flags. They gave you the warnings. They gave you the signs. They told you the requirements. They told you your schedule, how much you were going to get paid. And yet, you still chose the outcome that you knew in the long term that you will not be comfortable with. That's on you. Other than that, I will continue more of these later. Just like I said, on lives where I do visuals, when it's during the day. I like this. I like having serious discussions. When it's at night, it's more like chill. We don't really get too deep sometimes. Sometimes we do, but it's not like this. It's not like this, though. But other than that, home cook, I'm actually going to the store to get some meat. I wish you were here earlier because you are very insightful. But a brother got to go. I'm going to get some chicken. I'm going to make some chicken. You know what I'm saying? Because, a brother got to eat. But I just want to say I thank the new subs, the people that just connected to me. And happy birthday again, Karl. I don't know if you're going to see this, but happy birthday. Just like I said, I'll probably make a mini video, give you a shout out. Other than that, Bad Body, over and out. Make sure you guys check out my channel. It's pretty cool, I think. Peace out, y'all. Much love. That's what's up.